Hello YouTube. Right, we've got a little bit of an update to go. I'm going to run you through what I've been up to. First of all, I've got my screen and I've got my rear under tray back. I painted it again. I've had to strip all the paint off of it, do it all properly. It's still not great. I still think it's a little bit soft, despite the fact that it's been under a sodium light and all sorts. I'm not greatly happy with it. But what I'm going to do is, because I want to get this bike kind of done and running over the next couple of days, I'm going to fit that anyway. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then go from there, and probably have to revisit it once it's back out on the road and it's been destroyed by stone chips and what have you. But then I'll just have it professionally painted. We are currently in the middle of October, so there isn't going to be too much riding on this bike done by the time it is back together. It's going to be sort of stored away for the winter and only come out on the nice fresh December days where it's sunny but freezing as fuck. Here's the engine. This is the piece that I've had, let's say made up. I haven't had it made up. I bought it off of someone that has had them made up. He had a few made up and he had one left over, so he very kindly sold it to me. But he did say to me that he can have them made up if need be. As you can see, I've done some markings. What I basically done while the engine was in is I marked up, that's where this line is here, I marked up where the actual mounts get in the way, or where they actually sit. And I've also, I don't know if you can see it, I've drilled a mark through the frame hole, around the same sort of size drill bit as the hole in the frame, just keep it straight, and marked where the bolt hole is meant to be. It's actually a bit clearer on this side because I went a bit deeper, so we're only just a fraction off. Now what I then done was I got this piece and I put it up against here like so, lined it all up and lined it up through the hole. I'm not holding it there properly at the moment, but I will double check this before I start making this cut. I'm going to do this cut off of camera, so it's going to be a case of, I will still show you exactly what I've done, where I've cut. It might be a little bit different for your bike if you're doing this yourself, but in general the same. So I'm going to cut that material out of there. So this will then fit into there, and I'm going to have to refit the engine in the bike, and then I'm going to put this piece in. I'll hold my phone camera right. I'm going to have to put this piece in, and then basically mark it all up. In comparison to this, where this sits on the engine, put a load of marks and like centre punch holes and stuff like that, just to make sure that we get it in the exact right position, to then take to my friend's house, which I'll be doing later this evening, and have it all welded up, and then hopefully back here fairly sharpish. And it's going to be one hell of a late night tonight, getting as much of the bike back together as possible, because after this welding stage is sort of the last hurdle of the build, really. All that stands in my way between now, well, after the mount's been welded and a complete bike, is time. Basically, I have everything, so it should be a case of going. I've charged the battery up at work over the weekend, over yesterday. I've got some oil. It's only running oil, just your normal 1040 semi-synthetic car oil. There's very mixed views on whether it's okay to be used or not, but the oil will literally be in the bike for probably a few days, and the bike won't be ridden in that time. It'll just be started up and run up a few times. And when I get paid at the end of the month, I'll be getting the proper oil and getting its MOT done and what have you. So that's where we're at. And basically, I've got to crack on now, cut this mount out, get it to my friend's house, get it welded up, and then we'll be back. So I shall see you soon. Bye.